boobs.
Dude.
I'm like, stop it.
He's gonna give you breast cancer. Stop. Tell him to stop right now.
Stop it. Stop it.
1000% recorded that. What's up? You're listening to the Kokomo Press Podcast, back after an almost 2-month hiatus, man. We had so much going on. Right before Christmas, we had our holiday special. Then we had the New Year. Then I had my appendix taken out. And then I got moved to second shift. And now we are back here doing our thing on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm Jordan Grainger, your host. And this week on the show, I had to have two of the best co-hosts on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, Brian Allen West Jr. and Cortni Richardson. Those are my homies. They make up the Kokomo Press with myself. We have been having such an entirely amazing time the last year. We just celebrated our 1-year anniversary of our open mic. We've got a lot of shows coming up. One show in Gas City this next week, and then we have more shows coming at Cooper's Pub and all around Central Indiana. We want to thank you guys for always supporting us and showing out. This week we talked about a ton. Yeah, we had to catch up because we're like 2 months behind with so much going on. We talked about some shows that we recently did, including one in Muncie. We had a ton to catch up on, including the rapper who has become unliftable, which is insane. We talked about the Super Bowl and the Kendrick appearance and everything going on there. And we talked some Cooper DeJean. We talked a little bit about all the comics that have been coming out to our open mic and all the fun times we've been having there. We talked about the viral post when it came to the stripper who gave birth that was a made-up story. And then we talked about the viral post about, you know, a certain factory restroom here in town that has been getting pooped on everywhere. And it's all the time. We hit on so many topics, including Valentine's Day and Easter and holidays in general. We just had a blast cutting it up, talking about the last couple months and kind of recapping before we get back to the regularly scheduled programming of what the Kokomo Press Podcast is. If you enjoy this episode, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things that let us get seen, because when we're seen, then, you know, we can continue to bring you all the positive, great vibes that we do and all the shows and skits and all the things we do. The podcast, mostly the podcast right now. So like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things that help us out because we appreciate you guys and we're trying to get our footing back after 2 months off. But check out this podcast episode with myself, Brian Allen West, Cortni Richardson, and our special rubber guest on this week's episode of the Kokomo Press Podcast, baby. Woo!
Warning, this video contains adult content not suitable for children.
Dude, fuck it. Who cares?
Who fucking cares?
It's just podcast.
Nobody's gonna listen to this.
Nobody's listening to this. We're back after 50,000 years.
It was a nice
Fuck
break.
Yeah. I'm just fuck this. No, I like the funny thing is I like podcasting, but like for some reason starting back up felt impossible at the time because like we stopped early December because we had the holiday special and then the holidays. And I was going to start up after New Year and like the week after New Year, 2 weeks after New Year. And then I had the appendicitis and then moved to second shift. It's just been bad.
You defrosted it a little bit last night with your little on-minute live 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's the only thing I could do.
Got it going a little bit. So.
Yeah. What's up? It's Kokomo Press Podcast. I'm Jordan Grainger, and we're back for the first time in almost 2 months, believe it or not. And joining me today, as always, two of the best co-hosts on the planet, Brian Allen West, Cortni Richardson, and our brand new sex doll, ladies and gentlemen, our sex doll.
Yay!
Thank you so much. The best thing about her is she's not even that chatty of a broad. You know what I mean?
She's got nice boobs.
She does have
she has
wonderful,
beautiful nipples. Yes.
You have lovely New
I love
York
how you went
boobs.
from a blow-up doll to now a giant sex doll.
Yeah, eventually I'll just get a full human female.
Get on Wayfair.
I was going to say that. It's so funny. It popped right in my head. No, that's perfect. No, it's funny. In my head, I was going to be like, I'm going to come get stock in Wayfair and become like get one of. I was going to say I'm going to get one of.
Bride?
I was like, I'm going to get one of those Wayfair cabinets. You know, I was going to be a little more like, yeah. That's funny, man. What are you drinking? Show people what the hell that is. Blood of my enemies.
It's the blood of my enemies.
Okay, you can.
Yeah.
That's fun. Your camera's over there, but yeah, it's fun. It's real. It's actually coffee.
It's not.
And she didn't even bring her own fucking creamer.
I'm sorry, I ran out of creamer. I was
yeah.
gonna stop, and then you told me I was being slow.
What have you guys been
Ryan
up
gave
to,
me some
man?
cream.
It's the new year. It's 2025.
No, just kidding.
No, you don't understand. No, it was actually he carries around little Tito's vodka.
Yeah.
I do from
It's
time
rum
to time.
chata.
Rum chata. There you go.
You said this is the first mic of 2025?
Yeah, this is the first podcast of 2025, so this is definitely like This is like, we had a whole year that finished. We had all Christmas, all the New Year, we've gone all the way to Valentine's Day.
We had to space it out so nobody would watch that video.
What?
The live.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah, that was rough.
If we wait long enough, nobody will remember.
Yeah. I've already removed it from the internet. I'm just kidding. It's still there. It's still there. Go watch the live holiday special on Facebook, not on YouTube. If you watch it on YouTube, you're going to miss out on it. It'll actually look good on YouTube.
It looks, it's nice.
I put the finished like videos in there, like not just, and I cut out all the weird shit that happened. So all certain words that it's funny because like I watched a video the other day of somebody like a college professor being like, how do you guys feel about the word, the R word, basically? How do you feel about the word retarded is what he said. And it's like, does anybody feel like it's a canceled word or whatever? And like this whole room of people, like 60 people, it was like 2 people raised their hand, and he was like, oh, and he's like, I expected there to be more. And then he's like, of the people who don't like using the word, and then asked it, and the one girl's like, I don't care if people use it. She's like, I just have a brother who's got severe autism, and I've heard it hurled towards him, blah, blah, blah. So she explained it, but it was funny because she was still like, I don't really care what people do. Yeah, I feel like words are coming back.
I decided I'm going to bring it back.
You're bringing it back?
Yeah.
Who
are they to take it from me?
Yeah, what word? What word do you need?
The R word.
I'll tell you this, that guy on the trolley, I'm unlocking a new word on him. Yeah. But he's an asshole.
That's funny. What happened on the trolley?
Huh?
Am I confused? What happened on the
I've
trolley?
been getting harassed on the trolley.
What? Why are you on the trolley?
I just take it to just drive. Like I'll walk somewhere and then just get on it and then just like have it drop me off somewhere.
This.
What?
Yeah. He said that so nonchalantly, like he goes, the guy on the trolley, and we're like, what? What guy on the trolley?
Yeah. Oh, and just to be clear, it's not the word that you were thinking about. It's the F word.
Yeah. What's going on the trolley?
Dude, it's only been like twice, but like I'll walk somewhere and then I'll get on a trolley stop and then get dropped off at the trolley stop and then walk again and then just kind of go back.
Yeah.
And this guy has just been giving me a hard time on it. Like he always gives me really dirty looks, and then he plays his music like he doesn't have headphones, so he just blares his fucking music, and it's like
on his phone.
It's 09 Gaga too. Yeah. It really is. I swear to God, it's hard because I'm like getting into it, but then I also want to fight the guys. But I don't know. I probably won't get back on the trolley anymore. I used to be like before. It's filthy.
Why is he always on the trolley?
Some people, that's their only means of
it's their transportation. That's why it's free. I mean, that's why
it is. Yeah,
it's free.
I remember when it first started, we were all excited, so I took my kids on the trolley.
Dude,
like
fun,
they were cool looking too on the inside.
Mommy, why is that woman urinating? And you got to explain to them.
It hadn't got to that point yet. It had just started.
Hey, look, Mom, a nice pen. No, sweetie, that's a needle. Don't grab that.
Yeah.
Did you want to dot his face, dot his face, or whatever?
That's good.
I didn't want to say poke his face.
No. Poke his face.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit. You want to beat him up? No, it's funny to me because like I didn't even. You're like that fucking guy on the.
I'm sorry,
trolley.
you get bullied on the bus.
I know you're getting bullied on the bus again.
It's okay.
It reminds me of my childhood.
Yeah, he's got bigger problems than me, I think, and I've got
Yeah, you guys got big problems. I'm hearing.
He's a mess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's talk about Valentine's Day a little bit because it just passed. It's the time of love. That's why this doll is here. That's why our lovely. I can't remember what that girl wanted me to call her. Do you remember? Was it Misty Meaner?
Probably.
What was it?
I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna post a photo of her, and we're gonna put it on the Facebook, and we're gonna do a poll, and we're gonna let people decide her name. Let's do it. You guys want to do that?
Have a name for her?
Yeah, like we'll get a real name for her.
Oh. I need to fix her makeup. Her lipstick's coming off. Somebody's been messing with her mouth.
It's been,
Look at her mouth.
My kids like to fuck with it. I'm not. Listen, you're playing a dangerous game. Like we're talking about poker face. You're playing a dangerous game of poker when you have a 14-year-old son and a sex doll in the house.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just kidding.
I couldn't even imagine. One time, do you remember? We went to the mouth was like nasty.
It was full of like lotion.
It was banana.
It was banana. My son put a banana in there.
A toddler actually put a banana in there.
Remember you told me to put my hand in her mouth.
Well, at first, worst case scenario, I was like, oh shit, his boy got a hold of it.
No. That's funny. I will.
Smack her like
That's funny.
Okay, I'm done.
What kind of
Their boobs jiggled.
I'm gonna try to bring this away from her. So do you guys have any weird Valentine's Day traditions? Like, I know you're talking a little bit before the podcast about your kids. Like, what do you say?
No, I had multiple conversations at work because people were like buying all these baskets for their kids and stuff. And I'm like, I never got anything for Valentine's Day.
No.
As a kid. So I was like, do you guys buy stuff for your kids? I felt bad because I wanted to get my kids something. So I went to CVS and bought them all candy bars.
Just like, here's the candy bar.
It's nice. What about you?
I mean, I gave cake pops. Like, we gave like a Valentine's Day cake pop, and then like, I feel like it just depends. Like, I guess some years we kind of do a little bit more. She probably would. We bought them all like a toy. Like, Ryla got a whole bunch of stuff to make like slime because she wants to make slime, and then like the boys got like these little toy. Like Arthur got like a Peppa Pig function thing, and then we just got them a toy.
I feel like we just had Christmas.
I know.
I still don't have my Christmas stuff put away.
What about you? Do you
we just celebrate Martin Luther King.
Yeah, I know. I had to buy them all.
We go big for that.
Yeah.
Big for that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I remember being 9 or 10 and getting a basket, a pair of pajamas with candy in it, and then the Matt and Jeff Hardy tag team duo action figures.
For Valentine's Day?
Oh, man.
That's going to be hard to ever beat.
I think I maybe used to get like a basket of or like a heart of candy.
Candy and stuff, yeah.
Sorry, guys. I got a spam call.
I thought it was me.
No.
But no, we do like this year we got Hunter a couple shirts and then got Avery like some like nails and stuff like that. We do little things.
Yeah, that's cute.
Nothing too big.
Yeah. What about, do you guys have any weird Valentine's Day things when you were like kids, like a Valentine's Day thing at school or a girlfriend that something weird happened?
No, do you? I'm assuming you do.
No, I'm just asking. I think it's funny. I did. I remember like.
I got proposed to on Valentine's Day.
What? That happened?
Yeah, like forever ago.
Isn't that like.
Who? Alex?
Yeah, her ex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That lasted a long time.
Yeah.
Did you get married on Valentine's Day?
No, ew.
Just kidding. No, I haven't. I was just thinking like back to school when like they would do like crush, like you get like a grape
like
crush,
you could buy
like
the cans and stuff.
Yeah, like you buy roses for girls or whatever.
Suckers.
Yeah, they had those cool things back in the day. Did you guys do well?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I got like maybe like 4.
Yeah. I know it's gonna sound like I'm making it up. One time, we were doing Valentine's Day and we had a mailbox system.
Yeah.
And I sent out like 3 or 4 letters out, and I was really excited. And the teacher's like, she was going around telling everybody, and she was like, "Oh, and Brian, you got 3 or 4 letters." I was so excited. Come to find out, I mailed them wrong, so they were my letters. I swear to God, Miss Bowers' kindergarten class. I was so like, even then, I was like, I knew what embarrass. Yeah. Like I felt that like core of embarrassment. It was so bad, dude.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we were younger, the cards were always just cards?
Yeah.
And you just write your name on them.
Yeah.
And now you have to like give your kids like a little treat with the cards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, because everybody else is doing it. You don't want to be the kid with the just cards.
Yeah, you definitely. I think they have both. Like you can buy the combined, you can buy individual, and you can buy like. Because I remember when I was a kid, my mom we'd get the card, but then we'd also get like a little like sucker or something. You know what I mean? Like with it.
Yeah,
like,
I never did that.
No. You just did the card, no candy.
We always had the card.
They, for Avery, we did Spider-Man for the boys, Spider-Man cards with tattoos that come like on the side. You can take them off.
Yeah.
And then for the girls, we did Barbies, and then with stickers on them, you can dress the Barbie up. But yeah, we didn't go the candy route this year. I know a lot of people do.
We did mustaches.
Yeah, we did. This year, Ryla did a Squishmallow thing, and then
with the little squishies on it.
I have no idea.
No.
I just know it was Squishmallow.
Picked the box up and got the hell out of there.
I got what she wanted, and then she said something about she wanted some fentanyl. And I was like, all right.
What the hell?
I know. Like I was like, how did you use the last batch I gave you?
Were you at Walmart?
I'm kidding. My kids don't have fentanyl. That'd be cool if they did. I could make some money. My thing just fell over while I was talking.
Your kids had fentanyl.
Could you imagine if you found out that you're just a regular parent, and then you like walk in your kids and you like looking through and you're like, I'm gonna find weed or I'm gonna find pornography, and you just find fentanyl.
Oh, dude.
They skipped everything.
Like I'm definitely raising my kid in Kokomo. Skipped it all.
What's he doing with fentanyl? I'm holding it for a friend, Dad.
Yeah, that was funny. I was watching something recently, and somebody said they got busted because they were holding something for a friend, and their parents didn't believe them. Oh yeah, they were holding like. No, I think it was a comic. We had a comic talking about how their kid said they were holding like weed for their friend or a joint for their friend, and it turned out that like he didn't have any weed in his system, so clearly he wasn't smoking it. But like that's such a weird story.
Shout out to Baby.
Yeah. I didn't want to bust out who the comic was.
No.
That's funny, man. Well, we did celebrate the
joke.
1 year of the mic. That was pretty cool. You know, the comedy mic. Let me throw 1 week up there. Hell yeah. The 1 year of the open mic comedy. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, here's a quick piece of, there it is. That's what it looks like. It's the open mic comedy. This one's the one for outside on the patio. It's just the old one I had on there. But we also, this is last week's or a couple weeks ago. We definitely had this one too. This is if you're coming to hang out inside the downstairs comedy den. But the last week that we did it, we actually did it upstairs in the main room because it was our 1 year anniversary of the mic. We've been doing it for 1 year. Technically yesterday, because it was the 15th.
Really?
Yeah. Is it, you guys, did everything you wanted to be?
I wasn't very pleased with it.
I didn't know I was going to get a second job.
Yeah.
Too many. No, I'm kidding. I absolutely loved it. It was a really fun night. Like at first we were kind of worried because it was like 1 year the 1 year, and then at first we didn't have like that many comedians on. We were like, oh, whatever. But then, as always, the night filled up with comics. The crowd was nice. The crowd was a lot. I mean,
Our first
the crowd
night,
was.
we like almost sold. It would have sold out like if we were selling tickets, but like
The first night we did opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
packed.
I mean, and in this last week, the same. That's what I think what we were kind of alluding to is the fact that like the weather was so bad. Like it was
Yeah,
like
it's
right when we
crazy.
got all that ice and the sleet, and it was like, I remember the night before I was at work, before I left for work, I had to scrape all the ice off, and I'm talking like midday. I was like 4 o'clock, and then I went to work and went out to lunch at 8:30. Had to scrape it off again, and then when I left at work at like 2 a.m. I had to scrape it a third time. That's how much accumulation of ice was happening on like my windshield. Let alone, and then the next day we're like, come out to our 1 year anniversary of the mic.
Right. It
But
turned out.
we didn't think that there was going to be that many people, and then everybody just showed
Yeah.
up, and it
Yeah.
was a great time. It was having people there that we don't even like know, like
Yeah, we had a fun table.
And that's like the thing I love about it. No matter if we have a huge crowd on an open mic night or if we have a crowd that's just mainly comics and a couple people, it still always feels genuine and fun and like just a good time. Like everybody get like, it's just, I love the mic. A lot of people love the mic, and I hope to be doing this for 5-10 years.
I joke that it's like a job, but it's actually like it's my one night a week that I get to like go do something and hang out with my friends.
Right, I get
and
a
it's
drink.
fun.
I get to hit on the waitresses. Good times for me, guys. This is fun.
Right.
That's my big thing about it is like it's the one night a week that people all week. You know, here's the thing. Like we've been doing a version of comedy for a while on our page, like a version of like comedy jokes and like satire and videos and skits. And this finally gives a place where people every week, if they want to come hang out and see us in person and talk to us, they can show up a little early. We usually talk to everybody before and after.
Yeah.
We do our mics. They get to see funny jokes. Like this last week, like you said, like you brought up already, we had like maybe 7 comics signed up, and by the time we started, I think we had like 12 or 13
Yeah,
comics.
it's always a surprise. Like we always think, man, it's going to be pretty slow tonight,
Yeah.
and then everybody just like piles in.
Indy, Muncie, Lafayette,
Yeah,
all
it's
showed
crazy.
up. Like I think that who else did we get? Anybody? We had people from all over. It's kind of
We had Sears come from. Shout out to Sears
Yeah,
coming
Sears
from Indy
and
bringing the funny.
Yeah.
I hate saying bringing the funny, but
Bringing the
I said I
funny.
would never say that. Now I say it
no,
all the
he
time.
said it. He said it. He brought the funny.
But yeah, it was awesome, and like you said, we were kind of joking around, but like to a lot of people, that's their night to come out and have
Yeah.
fun. Michael, he looks forward to that.
No,
Yeah.
like
I do too.
Everybody,
I've
yeah, I
gotten
do
so
too.
close to so many people, like just from the mic. Like I love Michael. I went
Michael's
to school with
awesome.
him. I went to school with him, and we were like, I don't know that we were like close friends, but we were like talked and stuff.
Yeah.
But like now we get to like hang out with everybody. And
Yeah.
like it's fun.
Michael's a fun guy. We were
so
talking
funny.
before the mic. Okay, so Muncie folks. We had Pierce Clott. We had Zach Hughes. Both came through. Very funny guys. We hadn't seen them in a while.
No,
it's been a minute. Both of them very funny. Zach did really, really well compared to the last time I seen him. And
Zach
Pierce
was the funniest
also.
I ever saw him.
Pierce, yeah, it was the funniest I've ever seen him. And then Pierce, on top of that, like did a whole different thing than he's normally done. Like had a whole like it was just really cool to like see that. And then at one point we're talking movies with Zach, me, you, and Zach, and all of a sudden we hear over the corner Mac will be like, actually, and it's awesome because you like know like, all right, an expert's talking now. What are we talking about, Michael? Because not only does he work at the movie theater, he also just he's a media guy. Like he
Yeah,
loves
I was
that.
on the
Everything.
podcast with Matt last week, and we did like Disney movies. And the first thing Michael said to me was like, "I just want you to know, Page Master's not a Disney movie." And I was like, "I fucking knew it."
Okay.
The cheater.
Yeah. I'm happy you said that because I think it's important that you guys stop putting Aladdin on a pedestal. It's
No,
Hercules
Aladdin?
and then
I
everything
had
else.
Hercules on mine.
But Hercules is number one.
No.
Who puts the Glad in Gladiator? Hercules.
I was in love with Aladdin. That's what made me into brown guys.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's why her kids exist.
Yeah.
Because she was watching it.
Aladdin. It's Aladdin.
Yeah, for me, it's Enchant, or no, what's it called?
Encanto?
Yeah, Encanto.
No, we're
was
talking
one
about
of-
like when we're kids, bro. Like,
No, this is all time.
DIY,
Encanto
baby. No,
is-
Top 5.
Encanto, is that
Top
the
5
one?
Disney movies.
I've never
Go.
watched it. I've never watched Encanto.
I've never watched.
I
The
know.
kids do. I don't watch.
I love Encanto.
Is that the one where it's like the...
the house moves and stuff?
Yeah.
It's the abuelo.
Forget that.
Yeah.
Abuelo.
No, it's really good.
No, I don't fuck around with that.
You just don't like Mexicans.
No, I
It
like the
really
other one.
kinda-
I like Coco.
Coco was good.
Coco was good.
Coco was.
Because it felt like it was like about something. I don't know. I tried to watch Encanto and I didn't like it.
It's sad.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Here, plug this in.
No, don't tell me what to do. Is it really dying? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's blinking.
It's fucking Abe Lincoln. How about that?
Abe Lincoln?
Shot in the head, motherfucker. Pow, pow. Pow, pow. All right. Fuck them. What do you guys have planned for the next month? Okay, so we talked a little bit about Valentine's Day. Oh, this is the wrong one. We talked about Valentine's Day and not going overboard for Valentine's Day. I get that. But, like, for some reason, we do a decent Easter. Do you guys do a decent Easter?
I hate Easter.
I love Easter.
Why do you hate Easter?
I hate Easter. I don't understand Easter. I don't.
You're one of those people that it's like, I don't understand why we celebrate a zombie. Yeah, it's
No. Mine is.
Yeah.
I know. I'm confused because we're supposed to color these eggs.
Yeah.
Then the Easter Bunny comes and he's supposed to hide these eggs. But why do we leave boiled eggs out overnight?
So do you? That brings up a good thing. So are you one of the families that when do you hide because what we do is we hide the plastic eggs with candy. We don't hide real eggs.
My
That's
mom
crazy
used to
to
always
me.
hide the real eggs, and I'm
That's
like,
wild.
that's
Yeah.
not
Do
like,
you or
No.
So and then I started questioning it. I'm like, why would we put these out and then like expect to be able to eat them?
Did you
That's
do any
gross.
research whatsoever?
I think my mom's just slow.
No, but did you do any research whatsoever about why that's eggs and why there's a bunny and all
Yeah.
that? Okay, why?
It's like reproduction.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
Yeah, so,
I just don't
I didn't
understand
know
why
that.
we
Wow.
leave the eggs outside.
well, when she said, I don't understand why we do this, well, you're supposed to go find them.
No,
It's
I
like-
understand that. It's one of those like, why are we wasting a carton of eggs?
Now,
Well,
yeah.
nowadays, let's be honest, I've seen enough.
So I buy the fake eggs.
Yeah.
And then we like dye those.
Yeah, I don't even dye them. We just
So-
put candy in them and walk away.
That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done dyed eggs, but like when we've done it, it's been cute. But it's like it feels to me like, what are we doing here?
It's a waste of fucking time.
It is. Yeah.
That's why I don't like Easter. I don't.
I
like
think it's a
wasting
prank we
eggs.
play on our kids. We go and hide eggs, and we make them pretend like they're sperm again and go find an egg. We gotta go find them.
Oh my god, it's a genius.
That's genius. Yeah.
You do.
Yeah.
You go all out
We
with
always
baskets.
do. I
so-
do big presents and stuff. Though.
We do like I remember one year I got like kids like all their own like DS, like back when DS was cool. Like
That's a big.
DSs.
That's a big Easter present.
Yeah. Well, you remember we used to get our profit sharing right around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was part of it. That's all. I think that's part of the reason why Easter is so big. Is like I've combined it. Like back in the day when I was a kid, we were so poor that tax time was like, oh, mom's got tax time. I'm getting a new wardrobe. I might get a box of Pokemon cards. It's about to get lit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was
That's
like
all-
what
yeah.
we had. And then now it's like instead of that, it's like profit sharing times last Easter.
See, I don't really. I was an only child.
Yeah. Well, kind of. You do have a little
I was an
brother.
only child until I was 12.
Yeah. And then you became like you didn't exist.
No,
anymore.
exactly. But
At 12.
Yeah.
That's a horrible time to forget your daughter exists because she's out there doing some bad things. Speaking of fertilizing eggs.
I always do big presents for
Yeah.
Easter.
Yeah, I think Easter, to me, like Valentine's Day, I'm okay with getting like a
I
candy
do like
little
spring
toy.
presents though. I do like I'll buy them like a thing for planting flowers.
Oh, yeah.
Or
A
like
skip,
garden
jump rope and
things. Or,
shit.
yeah, a pool. Like I don't like the Easter baskets because also it's another thing that just takes up space.
Yeah.
That we don't need, and now I have 500 baskets that I just spent like $20 on that I don't need.
Yeah.
So I put their stuff in like trash cans.
I mean, that's fine. I like
That
I've
works,
done
yeah.
a lot of different versions of things over the years. Like I find a different. I think that's the
I
smart way
like
to
the
do
container.
it. Yeah.
I like to use a container that we can use for something
Yeah,
instead
it
of a
becomes
basket.
something like a laundry basket or
Yeah,
like
I bought them laundry, but last year was those big laundry baskets. So now we have all the laundry baskets.
One year I got the kids all umbrellas and did the umbrella thing. Put
Okay,
everything
yeah,
in
I've
the
done that.
umbrellas, hats, like a hat for every
I think I'm
kid.
going to do a pool this year,
a pool.
like
Yeah,
a little kiddie pool,
Yeah,
and just
yeah.
put everybody's stuff in it.
that's good. Do you guys just do baskets or do you guys vary it up, Brian?
We do baskets. Like we usually, I like to go the spring route too. I'll get like jump ropes and what's the fucking thing that you spin around your put it on your
Skippo?
Skippo.
Yeah.
And then I'll get Hunter usually like clothes or I don't know. I usually get him like a video game or some shit.
Yeah, we have to
an
get.
in-home
You have
monitor.
to get like an Easter outfit.
In-home monitor.
And him a monitor.
In-home detention
In-home
monitor.
We are talking about Coke.
Buy him a taser like I got mine.
What were you saying? Sorry, Courtney. I didn't mean to interrupt.
I don't remember.
No, my bad. See, I hate when I interrupt because I wanted to say my joke.
You gotta buy it like an Easter outfit.
Yeah, we got Easter outfits, little peep things,
Yeah.
like sunglasses. One thing I remember when I was a kid, one of my favorite things every year when I was like obviously before 12, my mom would get us a new baseball glove because baseball season.
Oh, that's a good
shortly
idea. Because
after.
Cass tried out for Rookie League
There you go.
yesterday.
How did you do? How did you do?
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know how
I mean,
did he look
a
good?
lot better than I assumed he would. Like,
Ethnically, he's supposed to kill.
Yeah, he's supposed
he
to
would be a
kill.
good ball
he's
player.
a chunky Mexican kid. He is
Shortstop, dude. He's fucking it up. He's gonna fuck it up.
catcher.
The minute that my son came into T-ball, they're like, we want him.
Yeah.
Like, yep.
He'll smack that ball, I promise.
They're like, how old is he? And you're like, he's 45. No, he looks 45, but he's like 8. That's the opposite.
He's 6.
Off in his glove.
He came in, he's like, I can't do it to put a basket.
Do you guys work with him? Is anybody working with him?
I do. I try to get Matt too. We've got like his dad has. We have the tees and stuff. We go out in the back and try
Wait
to
till
help.
it's nice out. Matt's a Cubs boy, so he'll.
I know.
He'll
I'm waiting
definitely-
on. I'm waiting on Cass to get in. Matt wants. He said that he would help coach, but he doesn't want to like coach younger kids because he said it's just like babysitting.
Yeah, that's what it is.
See, but it's going to be the complete opposite for me. I enjoy it because none of them know what the hell they're doing, so it's fucking hilarious.
It's cute.
Yeah.
I've always loved. That's how
Like
T-ball's
T-ball
always
was
been.
hilarious.
That might be something that Matt would enjoy if he realized what it is. Because like in his head, he's like, it's like babysitting.
No, he's
I'm
too
like, no,
serious.
it's so fun. It's actually more fun when they're little kids because like you can like make them do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like just make it goofy. That's what I
Yeah.
like to do. Make
It's
it goofy.
fine.
That's what it's all about, man. I gotta coach T-ball, and then I coached Little League, like the pitching machine. And that was like some of the best times of my life. Just those kids, they're so like. They don't know what they're doing. They don't want people yelling
It's
at them. The last thing you want somebody, you don't want like don't yell at my fucking kid regardless.
Yeah.
But if they're in T-ball and it's like just being able to like help them and teach them and stuff, it's good. And then I'm friends with some of those kids on Facebook now, so it's kind of like one of those things you see them and they're like, holy shit, they're 15.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's wild.
Yeah. Don't be messaging the young ladies anymore. We've already talked to you about that. No.
We're out of baseball. Stop trying to give us lessons. I don't want that.
You got to grip it with 2 hands.
Dude.
You started. I'm just kidding. No, your family, like realistically, let's go. I mean, I'm joking, but let's go back. You have like, it's in your blood though. Like your dad's name is on Northside Ballpark. I mean, I know it's a pump track, but
I
like
work
it
with
was.
the guy who used to own it, and he's the one that gave it. Like, I put the banner up for your dad.
Yeah. Yeah. Brian West Sr., fucking the man when it came to that. With
Started when he
baseball.
was 15, 16 at Northside, and then I was like there as a baby. I grew up there, and then I stayed there until its demise. And you know, I will say, out of everything I could have turned it into, thank God that they made it something for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
you
could have
been
made
over
it
there?
apartment complex. Yeah, dude, it's sick.
So awesome.
So sick.
I had Cass in there playing on his scooter and stuff. It was
I
awesome.
saw the play place over there for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got like the what is it? Skateboard ramps and stuff.
Yeah, the pump track.
It's a pump track. Yeah. Supposed to like keep you going.
It is neat.
It's fun.
It's really good.
I haven't been over there yet, but I've heard a lot of good things. I know I've seen a lot of people like posting on Facebook, and like people that do pump tracks throughout the Indiana came through, or throughout like the United States came through and was like, it's a really good track.
Say it's a really good
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got Foster Park became like a skate park. Obviously, Jackson Memorial is like a catch-all. It's like everything. It's more like a trails. But
Yeah.
then you also have the park area, and then you have the basketball, the volleyball.
They had the skate park near there.
Yeah, and then they have the pump track out there. Are they putting anything else anywhere else? I mean, I know they have the
Well, Foster Park has the.
Yeah, the skate park, yeah. And then I know they have the pavilion and stuff. It's cool because they've turned when we were kids, the parks were just like parks.
Yeah.
Like they weren't like things to do. I want to see if they ended up doing, I mean, it could be as bad as East Side where it's still the exact same as it was, but nobody uses it.
Like
What is
UCT.
Yeah, like UCT.
See, that's where people go to have sex.
Yeah, I remember.
UCT. Yeah. Yeah, I went to UCT, had sex, ended up getting a UTI.
Yeah.
I had to. Thank you.
You're welcome. You deserved it. You deserved it. UCT. I thought it was UTI.
Hey, I had a really funny. I'll go ahead and say it because I can't use it now. But yesterday. I was like dicking around trying to write up a joke, and I was like, you know, what would be the funniest thing if I got IED and IUD mixed up. It's so funny. Typed it in on Google. Everything on Reddit and YouTube is about like there's like 50 other comedians. It's like, you ever get them mixed up? I was like, mine was gonna be really funny because I was gonna be like, oh man, I shouldn't have been a gynecologist then. But
well, there was a comic I think the other day that did a joke that was like DEI, like an IED. Like it's like an IED. I don't know.
It's
did,
so
like,
good. It's such a like. Not, if you could have found that first, that's a gold mine because it's like such a good play on words.
But they didn't do IUD. They did DEI IED.
IED.
Yeah, I know. During the election, I had a joke that I wanted to do that was like I wanted to do a shirt that said "Vote or DEI" and it was like a Trump shirt. But like I'm not really pro Trump.
Vote or DEI.
Vote or DEI is hilarious.
Yeah, it is really.
Yeah. I thought it was like really solid. I was like, it probably could. I probably could have sold a shit ton of shirts if I'd have thought of it.
Oh, you would have, dude. You
Put it
take
on
them
the
bad
Kokomo
boys
Press.
to fucking jam. I mean, even after,
Let me I'm going to look directly at the camera when I say this. When all you motherfuckers out there are like, these guys would sell out in a heartbeat. I could have sold out with that shirt for Trump, and I did it. And they're all, and I would not because I didn't like. It's not something I believe in. So I was like, I didn't want to put it out there. But like, one of the things
That doesn't mean anything.
What do you mean?
Have you seen the every time the people that do the cricket sales and the T-shirts always put up their Trump shirts?
Yeah.
It turns into a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
But that's a great marketing. Let's post the most obscene shit ever, like the one that makes everybody fight, and then just
post both. Like, you know, that's the thing. Like you go in the gas stations now, you can get a Make America Great Again hat, or you can get a Harris, Walt 2025.
Just post them on different Facebook pages.
Yeah. I think that's smart. If you're trying to make money and that's all you care about, who gives a shit? Like really, like
Nobody
people are
cares
gonna buy
about
it.
what you believe in.
No,
that's all. Yeah, that's all that matters.
What do we believe
It's
in?
just like most people. I see both, like the people that sell both stuff. I see usually like the left wing stuff's usually still there in stores, and the right wing stuff sold out. But it's like
it is.
That's because
you got to blame that on that's the left wing's fault though. If you go support your shit, buy it.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is we went to Columbus for my birthday. We went to that like haunted house restaurant, and the signs in Indiana went from Trump to like Harris signs, and I was like, this is wild.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I was like, I didn't know that there were billboards for Harris.
Yeah,
you just don't see. I mean, they're in.
It's like you go from Bloods to Crips.
Yeah, it really felt that way.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's like you're geographically located usually in the place, and that's like where you spend your time. You know what I mean?
And the thing is,
like everybody here supports Trump, so I'm assuming that like other places
those signs that have the hair signs, those people probably still are strong Trump, but they're trying to sway people and do the vote thing, so they put Harris signs. But I never saw how it shook out. I know obviously Trump won Indiana, but like I never saw how it shook out as far as like numbers wise. You know what I mean?
Like who voted what?
I just feel like our big cities aren't big enough to like, because like really, if you look at most breakdowns, it's like the big cities vote for blue and the rural areas vote red. It just is what it is.
Indiana's always been red, correct? I think
didn't we go Obama? I think we went Obama.
We might have went Obama, but stopped after that.
Yeah. We went Obama. I think we did. I know like a lot of these states. I think that was like a forever turning point in Illinois. I don't think Illinois used to be Obama, and then boom, when Obama came, it's been all blue since. I think. Pretty wild. I mean, the when you think about the politics stuff, like I love talking about it. It's the best. I love
Isn't
it.
it your
so
favorite?
good.
It's my favorite thing. Let's just completely talk about it.
Yeah.
We can keep talking.
No, it's funny. I definitely want to make America great again, if that's possible. When was America ever great?
The 1800s.
I'm just really excited to be able to buy eggs that I can cover.
Did you guys enjoy the Super Bowl? Did you guys see
Jackie
this?
Robinson.
Somebody said Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in 1947. Cooper DeJean did it in 2024. Did you? So you ever heard of a white corner?
No.
Yeah.
That's a good joke. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, me neither. No, it's funny because like, do you remember that was like a Shane Gillis bit where he's talking about the Alabama football integrated in like 1970 something or something like that. And he's like, it's a little late to be celebrating it. But the joke is they still had white corners, And it's funny because Cooper DeJean, is it DeJean or DeJean?
DeJean, I believe.
DeJean, okay. Cooper DeJean, he's a white cornerback. There are very few white cornerbacks because it's all about speed and like pop, and it's just not our strong suit.
It's all 99% black.
So like he just won the Super Bowl and had a pick 6 in the Super Bowl as a white corner, and he's like a starting white corner. So it's like we're progressing. That's all I'm saying.
Off a black quarterback too, so they make that big off a black quarterback.
It's a full circle from white quarterback thrown to black corners to black quarterback thrown to white. That's
I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
You didn't watch it at all? Did you watch the halftime show?
What was I doing?
Brian cried the entire time.
Yeah,
did you? Because you love Drake.
Dude, that those cheerleading guys on the Facebook, he's like, it's not. I love him. It's not. Dude, it's so good.
No,
Whenever Brian was watching it, I looked straight at Brian and I was like,
we were filming that music.
Yeah. When he said "Stay Drake," he was like, staring at.
Hey Drake. Hey, it's funny because the song's good. It is what it is. Like even if you don't like, even if you're like a Drake fan, or you're like, because I think the other Family Matters.
Family Matters.
That's a good song. I like the song.
It's the best song on the Beef.
Yeah. No.
You better have some paperwork or that shit fake. Yeah, it is.
It's good, but it's not the best song. It's like that's proven.
It's not like us.
It's not like us.
It's not like us.
Yeah, I think did you don't even listen to rap music, do you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I'm really gay.
Yeah. You listen to did you listen to Sabrina Carpenter?
Alanis Morissette shit.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter's fire.
I love Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah. Should I do the joke? Should I do the joke?
Yeah.
Should I do the joke?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I just wrote the joke. No, I just wrote a joke today goofing off with these guys, but basically I got my girl the Sabrina Carpenter fragrance for Valentine's Day, because if I can't sleep with a teenager, at least I can get her to smell like one. Just kidding.
You got to do that Thursday.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do it. I think it'll be a funny joke. It's so stupid. No, that's the problem with doing an open mic is I think in bits now, and I know Brian does. It's like you think in bits all the time, and that's one thing we've talked about with you, Cortni, is that you've been around it so much that now you start to think in bits. So it's like you're gonna become a comic soon. You don't even know it.
I'm just really funny.
Yeah.
It's like you think in bits so much that you have to like sometimes re-scramble what you're saying because it's for
Sometimes
something that doesn't deserve
mad.
a bit. Yeah. It's like,
It makes me mad. I'm like, God, stop talking like this.
Yeah.
You don't have to always be on.
Somebody says something, you're like, yeah, but like imagine like, and you start to do an image like, and you're like, fuck, I gotta quit doing this.
We're grocery shopping, chill.
And you push the line, like we said. Get the parts out. No, it's funny. No, there was something that happened at a local factory lately. I don't know if you guys, we all know this, but like they put out a thing that leaders at a Stellantis plant in Kokomo are trying to determine who's responsible for recent messes of sorts in bathrooms. So there's unsanitary bathroom conditions. Detroit Free Press, Stellantis management wants to find out who has been leaving a mess in its Kokomo engine plant bathrooms. And then most recently, Vice News, someone at this car engine plant keeps smearing poop everywhere. They just went ahead and told they didn't say mess. They're like, we're going to say it. And the Vice one is the first one that actually quoted our break of it, because the thing that happened was somebody sent us in this thing and I was like, is this real? Is this a real thing? And it turned out that at the Kokomo engine plant, somebody had been smearing their poop and like making
Did you see the thing?
What thing?
The note?
No.
Somebody left a note, left a Zodiac killer kind of note.
I don't think it was that. I think you talking about the
yeah,
we posted it. Remember?
I know. I didn't know if he saw the actual copy of it.
No. Why would he see it?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know why he'd see it.
I don't know why he would see it.
This is the thing. I'll go ahead and address it. I had nothing to absolutely do with any of this. I didn't.
You didn't.
Nobody wrote. Nobody's like. That's what everybody thinks.
We didn't write any of this.
Yeah, everybody thinks because of past like shit. They're like, oh my god, somebody's smearing bad. That's automatically a Kokomo Press thing. We didn't. The only thing was somebody had shared it. We shared it, or we did what? Yeah,
it got sent to our page.
We didn't do this.
I did nothing. I had nothing.
It made its way on. I'll address it because it made its way onto the internet, right? And it was somewhere, and somebody sent it to our page and was like, "Did you guys see this?" And I'm like, "Oh, let me look at this." And I'm like, "Is this real?" Because like, here's the thing: like, we make jokes all the time that are not real. That's that's kind of the point we do. And typically we make it, you can tell that it's fake. We didn't know if it was real or not for a minute. Like we sat on it like, is this real? Like, did somebody make this? Is this like a prank? Like, what is it? It's not April. You know what I mean?
There's some red herrings in there that I thought was fake.
But it turned out, I found out it was absolutely true. And then
whoever wrote that's going to get fired.
It was real.
No, it was,
know.
yeah.
But like,
there's the safety manager of the plant.
Was
apparently.
it?
Yeah, you need to read it. You don't know enough about what you're talking about.
Like I feel like whoever put the letter out, the notice out, like that.
No, they posted it. This is what they do.
I know.
You think he's going to get fired, like the guy who runs it?
Yeah, I don't think that's something that like.
That's funny because I had that take at one point. I was like, honestly, if anybody should get in trouble, it's the guy who literally put it on pen and paper for it to be shared. Like they should have went around and just talked privately to everybody. Email. Yeah. No, not even that. No. I don't even think you should put it on wax. I think they should have went around and said, well, you know what they should have done? And this is just because I've worked in enough places to know they should have done like a big like meeting, like everybody get together, come in this one space.
It could have been handled much better.
And then scare them that way. But when you put out like just like it seems so impersonal to be like, damn, stop shitting on the walls.
Yeah, it seems like a very inappropriate way to address the situation.
Yeah. They're not somebody's at fault. Yeah, somebody's at fault because they're not stupid enough to realize that social media is going to take that thing and just run the fuck with it. Like,
I think they were just mad, and they're like, "I'm so mad about this. I'm going to write a letter."
I think it was more like here's my thing: is I think they were trying to shame people, and they didn't realize that you don't want to shame in a place that's like focused on trying to make things good, like make quality material. Like you don't want to shame people because what ends up happening is if it does get leaked or it does end out, it didn't even get leaked. It got posted because they put it out there themselves. That's on them. But then it gets out in the world, and then people are like, why do I want to buy a shit transmission? Like
exactly. Yeah.
This is not something that should have went public.
No, or engine, I guess in this case, because it's an engine plant. It's wild because like we live in this town. Everybody knows this, and we know a lot of people that work at these plants and stuff. And it's like you're going to talk about your hometown, and if something like this pops up, it's going to pop up. Yeah. And it's like I think at the end of the day, like nobody's making up stories about it, but the fact that it's true is insane to me. The fact that, but it's just funny because this is the first out of the other. There were 3 different articles. There's like a Vice Media, Detroit Free Press, Wish TV. The only one that even brought us up or our page when we had posted it initially was Vice, which is hilarious because we do have like a full circle thing with Vice.
Fuck with Vice.
Yeah.
Vice. We've been on Vice's radar before.
Yeah, Brian and I almost ended up on Vice a while back.
I love Vice.
Vice. Brian's covering up his face with the mic. I
enjoy Vice.
He always starts to sink into the chair.
Yeah.
Just move the mic.
Start getting in the zone, man.
You get in the zone. Just
that heroin kicks in, brother.
Yeah, you move it down a little bit.
There we go.
Yeah, start to lose your face. It's like I got to get pictures later, and it's like this all the time. No, it's just wild because like we've made up so many stories, and the funny thing is people are always like, I thought it was true, and we always make fun of people that think it's true, but then something like that happens, and it's like it was true, and it is insane, and it's like I hate to keep going back to it, but it's just funny. And then I heard there was a Harvard University came out and a statement from President Gay. That's a true thing. That's actually happened.
What did he say? What goes on?
It's a girl. No, it's just funny. That's just like something I saved on my phone. Whenever somebody posts something that I think is dumb, I'm just going to post it underneath it. Like, oh, okay, I guess. I'm a child. Exciting things are happening at the Kokomo Press. Yeah, very exciting things. Not only are we bringing you comedy shows, an open mic once a week, skits, videos, funny jokes on our page, and satire news stories, but now you can support us by going to kokomopress.shop. It's that simple. You go to kokomopress.shop, you find a t-shirt, you find a hat, maybe in the future some stickers and some posters. You go on there, you buy one of those from us, and percentage of the proceeds will go to us and help support what we do. We appreciate every person who just likes, subscribes, does all that. But if you go to kokomopress.shop and you buy something, we'll know who you are. You send us a photo of it. We will post it on our page and shout it out. Thank you so much. Go to kokomopress.shop, buy all your shirts and hats needs, and support the Kokomo Press. Thank you guys so much. kokomopress.shop. I'm a child. No, the Super Bowl was very I mean, you missed it, but like it wasn't great. It wasn't a good game. Like the Eagles ran away with that shit. Like it was bad. Not like us. Well, I know. Did you see they finally released the music video for Marijuambies?
Like, it's fire.
It's fire.
Did
Some
they?
people I know are in it.
Who?
Particularly you, Cortni. Congratulations, Cortni.
Oh, Big Booty Judy.
Here's I got a couple of photos from behind the scenes. I was actually there. I did the audio for it. That's Messy. That's Brian Foster, the director, and that's Cortni Richardson. Then of course Courtney, Messy, Maddie was there. He was part of the thing. You kind of see Kibbles in the back on the left there, his hat. And then here's a picture that Courtney took actually with me running sound, so you can kind of see. But they actually released the full music video with like clips from the movie in it. Brian Allen West is in the clips. I'm in the clips. You're obviously in the clips. A lot of people that you guys know are in the clips. The only person that isn't in the clips actually is our sex doll, which she should have been. But
She
should have been the star.
Should have been the
She was
star.
at the after party.
Yeah, she was at that. You fucking slut. I'm just kidding. Yeah, she's got VD. That's her Valentine's Day. No, it was a very cool music video. You guys go check it out. It's got a good vibe to it. You go to the Marijuambies the movie and check out the full music video right now. But how'd you like seeing yourself playing that role again?
Oh, I hate it.
Did you hate it?
I hate that. I
Why?
hate the way I look.
Why?
So
I don't
fun.
know.
You do a good job.
You look good.
I feel like
the video.
every time I watch myself, I'm like, I could have done that better.
Oh yeah.
I think the second half was really good, but I think the coming in initially, I think I had a better takes.
I think with that, it's definitely difficult, but you did have a smile on your face, and I know what you're talking about. You
and I'm
missed that
like,
smile.
ah.
You just gotta. I think you need an acting coach on set at all times. Like that's why I always like when I'm there because I'm like, Cortni, do it like this. And you
Yeah,
usually
no,
can figure it
absolutely.
out. I always try to bother you, but I ended up being so busy with the sound because that shit is a lot. It's a lot.
It is. I think I had better takes than the one that you used, though.
I'm wondering because like I know you had one that you guys liked that the audio was fucked on, but that's kind of like what happens sometimes because you set up the audio to go one way and then you come in and maybe you give it a little bit more and then it's like, oh fuck. I was having issues.
I'm just
with it.
critiquing myself.
Yeah, I think that's I don't think anybody would notice besides you. But
It is.
You know what
It's
you do.
hard.
It's just me.
Yeah.
No, but it was fun.
You still haven't seen the movie, have you?
Marijuambies?
Yeah.
I went to a showing with you guys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You did go. I keep forgetting.
It was a good time.
The second one, right?
Yeah.
That was a really fun one. I thought you hadn't seen the movie.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the message of drug use, but other than that, I liked it. Other than like, I'm not cool with that shit. But.
No, you played the Bat Them. Is it Bat Them?
Bat Them. Yeah.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah, that movie was great all around. Everybody, when I say everybody in the movie acted really well.
Oh, after we did the movie, we did film the director's commentary.
Yeah, we did that as well. Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was a weird situation for me because like he wanted everybody there. I'm in the group chat. I'm like, I'll show up and do it, and then I get there and I'm like, God, I'm barely in this movie. I'm gonna go. I was like, I'm just gonna make the focus on everybody else, which is what I did. I was like, I'm gonna talk shit about you and make fun of Brian and everybody and just goof off.
It was a good time though.
It was really fun. It was an interesting mix of people. I'll tell you that much. But it was a fun time, and I liked the way it looked. Like the vibe of it looked good. I know it's gonna turn out really well because Brian Foster's doing it. And he does a good job.
Filmed the we did the playthrough where he went through and talked about everything that happened and like all the little
I left before that.
it was really fun, the Easter eggs and stuff in the movie in the background.
You were there for the whole thing. Who all stayed for the whole thing?
It was me and Messi and Matt, and then Messi left halfway through.
Yeah. So and then he ended up going through and watch. Did you guys watch the whole film? That's hilarious. Was it fun to watch it a third time?
No, it was fun to watch it and then him tell all the stories and like the background of everything. It was fun.
Yeah.
He's gonna put it on the DVD. So
Yeah, the Blu-ray. I know I bought a copy of it with the special features.
You got the Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. I just want as many. If it's me on there, put me on.
I bought one in case Matt leaves me.
Good.
So we both have a copy.
Valentine's Day just happened. All right.
Yeah.
I don't think most men are gonna leave. I think it's women. We just wait. We just push you guys to the brink of leaving us, and then
That's what happens. Majority of men don't leave.
yeah.
I don't know. I've been with a lot of men.
I'll say this. I know for like when times get hard, you don't leave. You just cheat.
Hey, I'm just kidding.
I've lived through that as well.
I know.
This is women are really the ones cheating because what the hell is this right
What
here?
is that,
What are y'all out here? These mushrooms? This type of mushrooms y'all eating?
Those are dicks.
What is
That's
that?
what they look like, right?
It does look like that.
Apparently, it's a mushroom.
Have you looked up different types of mushrooms ever?
Yeah.
I'm in a lot of like weird Facebook groups, and one of them is like
Yeah.
it's about mushrooms.
Yeah.
And it's people just posting random pictures of mushrooms.
Isn't it just
and stuff.
mycology?
Mycology. Yeah.
Mycology, yeah. Matt, you said Mida.
I know. I was saying
Mida.
it wrong, so I just gave
I
up
might have
on
been
it.
wrong.
I knew halfway through that
You
I was
almost said
wrong.
mitochondria.
Yeah, the
That's hilarious.
mitochondria
The
of the
powerhouse of the cell.
What is the
Powerhouse of the cell.
Of the mushroom.
Yeah, mitochondria is the part of your blood cell that
Mitochondria?
mitochondria.
No. Mushrooms.
That's mycology.
Mycology.
It's just mycology, I think. Right? Am I crazy?
Yeah. I'm trying to put
Like a
them
guy
both
named
together.
Mike. Mike. We had a guy at the mic this last week named Mike.
That's a nice guy.
He was fun.
Yeah, he was nice, but it's like weird when you're bringing up the next guy on the mic, Mike.
Yes.
The next one on the
Mike.
next one on the microphone.
Like
Next one on the PA system. Mike.
You could just say
Mike.
the next one up is Mike. You don't.
No,
have to say,
because I wanted to do it like, here's your host, Bruce, but it's like, here's Mike. She don't know about that. She didn't watch.
She don't know Bruce, man.
She don't know Bruce.
I'm
is.
sorry. I'm sorry.
We did.
I need you to keep doing the podcast so I'm like up to date on.
We did a show. We've done a few different things. And I'm trying to kind of catch up because we've missed like 2 months of conversations about things we did. At one point, we did do a show with Dan Alton. Do you guys remember the date of that? I thought I had it on here.
Dan DeMann.
No.
Yeah, I thought I had it on here, but apparently it's not here. I have the pictures from it, but I don't have
January 18th.
January 18th. Yeah, okay. I was like, it was relatively recently. And we all went and got cookies. I remember that. So
It was
I got
fun.
a
So
cool
good.
picture of us all having cookies. I had cookies. You guys had like ice cream cookies.
Yeah, we had ice cream.
Yeah, Matty Kroll was with us, but he's not here in the podcast, so he don't get
It was so good.
get a freaking picture, dude.
Muncie's fun.
Matt was gonna have to come and cover for me if I wasn't coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been fun. Been a lot better podcast.
Probably would have.
A lot more interesting than
Damn.
No, I have a new bit that I've been working on, and it's based off of this. You guys tell me what you guys think of this. That's wrong, man. Sex toys are an attractive target for hackers, warned the UK government. And that, like, did you guys hear about this shit? I know you guys.
I've heard your joke a couple times. It's a funny premise for
It's
sure.
actually true. It's actually
Yeah.
true. So apparently, these sex toys can be hacked. I think that's wild. Like,
I think that
you ever
if I
use
was
one of
gonna-
those?
the remote control ones. No, I've thought about it.
Yeah. I remember, I think it was right after me and my ex split up, I was talking to a couple different girls, and one girl I was talking to, I knew her from Kokomo, but she moved away, and she was like, I have this sex toy if you want to, I have a remote control. And I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you just
They have-
download this thing and then you fucking, and I'm like, I'm not doing that.
They have
what do I
like
get out
they
of this?
have the long distance ones like that.
Yeah, that's
like,
what you
use
do.
The app.
Yeah, you use an app. That's what I'm saying. Those can be hacked.
That's fucking crazy. That's what I want to hack.
Yeah.
If I were to be a hacker, that's what I would hack.
Hack sex toys.
Ooh,
Yeah.
this bitch is about to get off.
Yeah. The funny thing is, like, I don't know any like internet hackers, but I do host an open mic, so I know a lot of hacks. All right, get out of here. All right, I'm fucking around.
That pussy might not be bomb, but those comedians will.
Hell yeah. Hold on.
Yours was bad. The first one was good. Yeah.
No, they're both good. They're both good. Did you guys hear there's a new ice cream shop that opened up? The guy that used to run Yogi's actually opened up Little Dipper's.
Right across the street from Scoops.
Right across the street from Scoops, which is crazy. Which I don't know if you guys have heard some of the things that have come out of this place. Like, it's kind of weird to have an ice cream shop.
Can I? Yeah.
It's kind of weird for this guy to have an
That's
ice
what I'm
cream
saying.
shop.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I know I've heard a lot.
Yes,
of
I
weird
really
shit.
want to take my children to this guy that's. I'm not saying.
I'll also
Yeah.
say this: he can't just help himself. Within 1 week of that store being open, do you know how in front of Yogi's he just had like fucking washers and dryers and
Yeah.
old bikes? His new shop has nothing but shit in front of it. It's so
He's just a hoarder.
Yeah.
He's just a hoarder. He doesn't matter where he goes.
He's making the North End look worse than it is.
I've never heard of accusations. We don't have to go into it.
No,
They-
but like I have a friend of mine, and obviously this is all unsubstantiated. And I'm not. This is all allegations. I don't know anything, and I'm not going to pretend like I know anything. But I know people specifically that are like, oh, Pedo's Pizza. That's what they called Yogi's for a while, and I'm like, what? And I've never heard or seen there, and I don't think there's been any like anything that's come out in the news. But I just know that if that's enough out there that people are saying it,
He doesn't own the pizza place anymore.
he sold it. But I'm saying that's what they called it.
I know.
That's what people were calling it to
I
me.
won't eat there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I knew a lot of younger girls, but they weren't underage girls that worked there that said that there was some inappropriate comments and inappropriate touching, inappropriate things that would happen in there. And I mean, that's just things that I'd heard, but like I said, all unsubstantiated. It's all alleged, so there's nothing for sure. I just know in a small town like this, shit gets around.
I just want to go buy a washer and get ice cream at the same time.
yeah, buy a fucking shitty lawnmower. He has
Yeah.
everything out in front of that store. It's so.
I really need a dirty shelf
Yeah,
and
and
an ice cream cone.
Who mentioned it's right in front of Scoops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caddy corner from Scoops. So
That's
it's fun.
crazy.
I like why?
I think this isn't Scoops ran by like a cop or an ex-cop. I think it is.
It might be.
I work with the guy that owns one of them. He wanted to be one of our sponsors, and I just kind of forgot.
Yeah, I sent you a whole sheet.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah, you
I'm
said-
really bad at it.
Yeah. Well, she was like, we need something. And so I spent like a month working on something really nice. Like,
I remember
a lot of work. And
I'm
and then I was sending it to her, and I was like, hey, give this to that guy. And she's like, yeah, no.
I will.
Yeah, she won't.
Hell, he's going to be uninterested by the time.
The problem is that would require me to talk to him, and I hate talking.
Yeah. You never like talking, she says, on a podcast.
You've been quiet the whole time.
like
no, you've been good.
There's only one of these women in
good
here.
tonight.
Only one woman on here has been doing a good job.
I mean,
Holding the fort.
Oh, you smacked her tit. How dare you, dude? She's going to get cancer. I can't have her having...
You can't pinch titties.
Imagine me just walking into like a mammogram, like, hey guys, she's getting smacked, and they're like, we got to believe this guy's delusions. That's the thing about the internet, is we got to believe everything.
I don't think I'm ever going to get a mammogram
Why not?
because they squish your boob, and I don't want that.
You need it, though. It's very important.
If I get breast cancer, what are they going to do?
Cut them off.
Cut your titties off. And then you can get fake tits.
Ooh, I could get new ones. What if I faked breast cancer so my insurance would cover it?
I don't think you can fake it. But
How? There's got to be
you
a
gotta
way.
fill a lump.
Yeah, well, this guy, I don't know if you guys saw this guy, but he's got his own. What the hell? I hate when it does what it wants. This guy got his own, and so me and him are the same.
Oh, have you seen the guy that has a sex doll and he's apparently she's had babies?
Yeah, that's a while. Those
That's
guys
weird.
are literally handicapped. This guy, like, you can see different faces and stuff and heads and stuff in the background of this one. Like, it's kind of.
Can't you take her eyeball out?
Yeah, you can take everything apart from
Can I
her if
take
you
her
want
eye
to.
out?
No, don't do that. Not on camera. That's so disrespectful to her.
You think they're sisters?
Who?
They're related?
Who? Courtney and her?
No, this one and the one that you just showed.
Oh, no, they're not related. I
Yes,
think
me
she's
and
related to
that one
Courtney.
is.
Related to Courtney. Except for she's seen a lot less penis.
Yeah.
I just like jiggling.
Neither of you have anything in your head.
Hey, you.
Heyo.
Got her good. You just got murdered.
I did.
Got
I wish
murdered.
I was this squishy though.
Yeah, I mean, you could be. You could be.
You may gain my weight back.
If you did, you could be that squishy. I took this photo the other day, and I was like, this actually almost happened to me. But I've been really into chai tea lately, the Tazo's teas, and I literally was like, tried to go get my Tazo tea and didn't pay attention, and I almost had chicken broth. It was like so quick, dude. I was freaked out. I was like, man, I about fucked my life up. Could you imagine not paying attention, adding some freaking oat milk in there and some creamer, and then I would have thrown
A
up.
chicken tea? That might not be that bad.
Oh my god, chicken tea,
Chicken tea.
chicken tea,
Chicken D.
chicken tea. I've tasted chicken pea, but that's just how they season
Why
stuff
have
at
you
KFC.
tasted chicken pea?
Because that's how they season things at KFC.
Is it?
I worked there.
I don't know. Matt's worked there. I don't
All you
believe
boys that worked at KFC.
We have. It's like a rite of passage.
I have not worked at KFC.
As he said, boys.
I know.
What are we doing?
I
What are
thought
we doing here?
I'm trans.
What's going on?
What are we doing?
I'm double trans.
You
Remember?
didn't work there?
No,
Why didn't you work there?
I worked at Hardee's.
Yeah, worse.
Yeah.
So I'm stupid. Let me just say that. When I got out of the Navy and I was like on unemployment shit, my unemployment ran out and I stopped going to school because I ended up getting a divorce and shit. So I ended up having to get a job and I was like, "Gee." So I went over and got a job at Bed Bath & Beyond. And I hated working there.
I found your name tag.
You did?
It was in my dresser.
It's the worst. It's one of the
It sucked?
worst jobs I've ever had because they're so serious. They're so
They
serious.
really were.
They were so serious. They were like, we would do 2 or 3 training sessions every time I worked there. Like literally like training sessions. Like they'd bring me in, like teach me about like, it's probably the proper way to do something like that. Cause like you do want people to be knowledgeable about what they're selling, but also it just felt like over the top. Like, oh, it was horrible. But she'd be like, actually, these are stainless steel knives and these are, and like, I'd have to learn about knives and then learn about like coffee makers and learn about like linen.
Rugs and certain shit.
Towels. And I'm
I feel
like,
like
dude,
not
all I do is nut
everybody
in
there
these
should have to do that. It should be like different departments.
sections. No, you had to learn everything. And there was like a weird acronym, like got a pen was an acronym. It was like give them a car or offer a car. It was like weird shit like that. Like greet them when they come in. That's G for got a pen. O was offer a car. T was trans people. It wasn't trans people. It was something else. But they had like different things, and I hated working there because it was just horrible. So on my lunch breaks, I would like my half hour lunch break. I would go to other businesses around and see if they like, you guys hiring? You guys hiring?
Go ask.
Because I'd be
go
in a
to
nice
Best Buy
outfit
and shit.
One day I was online. I was reading that KFC was hiring an assistant manager, and I was like, oh shit, I want to do that. And so I went to the KFC over there, and I didn't even realize that Mark a guy we knew ran it. He was a GM there. And so he was like, I'll do an interview for you, blah, blah, blah. And they were actually firing their assistant manager at the time because they thought there was some thievery going on. So I just walked in. I actually read it for the wrong place. It was actually they were hiring somebody in Peru or something like that, or maybe Greentown or something like that. But I ended up getting the job there. But it was just like me like going out. They always say it's better to have a job to get a job. And that's a fucking fact, dude.
So you're an assistant manager? Yeah,
for like 90 days before I got hired on at a factory. So. And then had to quit. I feel like it was longer than that. I just hit my like probationary period, and they were like, "Congratulations!" You got me a real name tag with my name like engraved. I was like, "Hell yeah!" And I was like, "By the way, I'm leaving. Peace."
I got called up, baby.
I got called up to the big leagues. No.
I was at Lowe's then, wasn't I?
Yeah, you were at Lowe's. Yeah, you got hired at the factory before I did.
Yes, I did.
Because we filled our applications together. I finished before she did. Typical man thing. I finished before the woman. And then she was still doing hers. I was helping her finish hers. And then she got called, and I was like, why didn't I get called? I'm like, fucking because I'm a man and she's a woman. I'm just kidding. That wasn't the reason.
Started hating.
I'm like, fuck, I'm a veteran, bro.
And then I found out that if you log back in, you can see.
I logged back in, and guess what? It didn't submit. My shit, I was done before her, but for some reason it didn't submit properly. So I had to resubmit it, and then I ended up getting hired a few months later.
I'd have been so shitty.
I was mad because my seniority date's like 3 months later than it should be.
And my seniority date is a week off of what it should be because I was hired in at a plant that went on. It was my first 30 days, and they went on like a week-long break.
Yeah, they did this vacation replacement, summer vacation or whatever. Yeah.
And so that week that I was in my 90 days doesn't count towards my seniority. So I'm like a week behind what I should be.
That's funny.
That is funny.
My actual date is the 10th, but everything that matters is the 17th.
It's funny that your corporate versus your The funny thing about where I work is I know a shit ton of people that have more seniority than I do, but have worked at the plant like few years less than I have because they've been fired. So I'm like, honestly, it's so crazy to me because I know so many people that like my corporate date is less than theirs, but I've worked there like 2 years longer than they have.
That's how it works, man.
It makes no sense. Like I understand why they do it the way they do it, but it makes no sense because I'm like, it does kind of de-incentivize working, like doing all the things you're supposed to do.
It does. For the good people, the people that actually do their job. It sucks for them.
I'm not talking about the two people that got fired in here, but like before I haven't been fired.
Listen,
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good at what I do.
I got brought back.
I know.
Fine.
I mean, you guys both have been brought back.
Your boy back.
My thing is, I've never even been let go. I haven't even had a day off. I haven't even had like an attendance day off.
Never?
Never. In almost 12 years.
We're just pushing him.
No, I mean, we're not. We're not talking about where we were.
He's not better than us because he goes to work every day.
He's not better, yeah.
No, I'm better.
You ain't better than us.
Y'all not like me. Y'all not like me. Yeah, y'all not like me.
Yeah, because we don't like going to work.
Yeah, I don't like it either. That's the thing is like, I don't like it either. But my big thing is I found out recently you need to become unliftable. That's the main thing.
Dude, that's so.
Oh my God.
Bring that story.
That story is hilarious. Did you hear about this? There's a rapper, Dank DeMoss, I think her name is, and she was trying to get on a lift, and the guy was like, "Nobody, you can't fit on here, buddy." And he was like, "I'm not gonna have nobody. You're too big to fit in my car." And she's like, "Bro, I can fit in your car." And he's like, "Nah, dude, you ain't gonna fucking mess up my suspension." And so he wouldn't take her.
Did he lose his job?
No, I don't know if he lost his job, but Lyft is getting sued by her, and I don't know if they're wrong. I think there is they're probably going to have to add like a capacity size.
That's a big girl. What is she? 750 maybe?
She's big. I don't think she's that big. I think she might be like maybe 5'6". She's
way
really
bigger
short.
than 5.
She's really short though. You're thinking maybe if she's tall, but she's short. But
can we find it out real quick?
Let's look it up. Yeah, I'll look it up. We'll find out.
I saw her on a podcast, and they had to bring in 2 chairs.
Yeah, they were. Yeah,
they had to bring in a couch.
She kind of played on the whole lift thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Dank DeMoss.
It's like, what's this chair? I need a bigger chair.
I'm looking it up right now. We're gonna find it. So her height and weight. She is. So what did you think she was?
You said
600.
7.
Yeah.
What did I say?
5.
She is 489 pounds.
You're right. She's
short.
Size.
She's really short.
What tall is she?
I'll look that up. I didn't look up that because it wasn't as important. She's 4'11".
So she's the same size as me.
Okay, her peak weight. Well, this one says Dank Demos. That's not the same. It says 4'11". Her peak weight was 565.
Guys,
She lost weight?
Yeah. But they say 500-pound rapper. That might be how I knew because she was 500. But I knew she was like 500. I knew she wasn't 6 or 7.
Guys, I couldn't imagine. That has to be so uncomfortable.
It's gotta be terrible.
Like I've seen her. The funny thing is, a while back I saw her do some type of like rap thing. Like they had her in like a funny rap video thing, and I remember seeing her. And then now this all popped up, and it feels like a promo thing.
Is she good?
Is she a good rapper?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Are any women rappers good? I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
Besides Glorilla. Doechie's okay.
Doechie's fire.
I like Doechie.
She's good.
I think they're hyping her up a little
Sexy
early.
Red.
I feel like she's been hyped a little too early. I mean, if you put out
That album's good though, but it's not. I don't think it's Grammy worthy, but mixtape, EP, whatever.
I think there just wasn't a lot of good rap albums this last year, and I think she kind of got in there. And I'm not. Shelby like listens to her all the time. Let me be fair. This is my thing. Is like when it comes to female rap, I typically will like women. You make the decision. You tell me if they're good, because like I can't make that decision, because like I don't want to. What do I look like in the car listening? I'll throw my pussy back on dick. I'm fucking eat some ass and then fucking lick on some dick. And then, like, I'm not going to listen to that.
That was a good rap.
Thank you. I've been working real hard.
She likes it. Yeah,
she likes it. She's like, wow, that shit's slapping. But, like, to me, I'm like, women, you decide if they're good. And I honestly, the only recent female rapper I've listened to that I've enjoyed listening to is Glorilla. I think she's good.
Nasty.
Yeah, I think she's good. But Dank DeMoss.
You like Red too.
A Rolling Stone doesn't gather any dank DeMoss. That's all I'm saying. Rolling Stone, you know what I'm about? You know, become unliftable. The become unliftable thing is hilarious. I posted that on Facebook, and I was like, I don't know if anybody's gonna get this, but it'll be funny. It'll be funny, dude. Did you? You're a Disney adult, right? Cortni, you're a Disney adult.
Yeah.
How many times have you been to Disney? Like in your life?
3.
In your life, 3?
Yeah.
I thought you'd been more.
No.
How many times have you taken your kids? Twice?
Once.
Only once? Oh, okay.
I went when I was little, and then I went the time that we took my kids, and then I went that one time that me and Matt just decided to go.
You go to Star Wars every time, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not the first time.
I saw some people talking about, you know, Disney adults and stuff, and I saw this thing popped up, and it made me understand a little bit more why you go and why you take your kids, because that's your person, right?
Yeah.
So, Hispanic man. Is he Asian or Hispanic?
Dude, that's great.
It's awesome.
I don't think that's really Disney.
You know, that's Disney.
It might not be. It might
he
be
would.
like
he would have gotten fired. Disney is very weird about their stuff.
She would have gotten fired. We don't know. We don't. I don't know what. I don't want to genderize this person because they're wearing a dress. They're female. They're also man.
It's just a job.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just a job.
It's just a job. Es un trabajo. Trabajo muy fuerte. That's a hard job. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or heavy job. Is it fuerte, heavy, or hard? I can't remember.
Forte is heavy, I believe.
Yeah, is it heavy?
Yeah,
heavy job. It's been a while. How do you say hard? I'm going to Mexico and I'm going to get a hooker. I need to know how to say hard.
I need Coke, cash, and hard.
Suerte is something. Suerte, fuerte. Just say something, Tay.
You just sound very white when you say these things.
Fuerte.
Fuerte.
I'm trying to sound white.
Fuerte.
Listen, I'm white. That's just the way it is.
White.
That's the whitest people on the planet don't say white. They say white.
What?
Wahoo. Well, did you guys hear that the New York Magazine got called out for cropping a picture of, like, during the big Trump rally after he won? They got called out. It said, have you noticed this entire room is white? And they're like, almost everyone is white. And then if you look where they cropped the picture, they cropped out 3 black people.
Yeah, they're right there.
They're literally like one of the guy's arms in the photo that they cropped.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me because it's like it's like you picked that, you chose that. And I don't know, this person looks like they could be black as well.
Yeah, I was about to say, that person looks like...
At the very least, he's Justin Timberlake white, which is kind of black.
It's kind of bad. You got the,
I don't know, that girl's pretty tan. She's probably black, too.
Yeah, well, tan. Yeah, but they're obviously we're black people there. It's just funny to me.
What is it?
It's like sowing racial division. It's like so like during this during the Trump, not that, what is it, the
rallies and stuff.
MAGA. It says, let me see what it says. I know it was
Is it just a party?
It was, what do they call it? Not January 6th, but what do they call, like, the inauguration? That's my brain wasn't working very well, but it was an inauguration party.
Uncle calls us something different.
Yeah. Uncle calls.
Oh my God.
Well, when Obama was elected.
He uses the hard R.
Inauguration. Inauguration. No, it's funny because, like, to me, it's like it sows the division. That's what I think is, like, obviously people were already mad, and then it's like, let's make them even more mad. And that's the weird thing to me is, like, if you already have that opinion, you're just looking for an echo chamber to, like, go into and hear it. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why it's hard as fuck to, because like right during the election and right afterwards, this is the hardest time to be on Facebook, right? Like,
oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like hard because people are just like, now we have friends of ours who are really close to us that we care about, that literally their entire personality has become the results of the election. Like,
it's wild.
Like we have people who I fucking adore, who I like as people, that it's hard for me to even see them on social media because everything. It's like I wouldn't even know as much about Trump if they didn't post about it. I was like, I don't even care that much. Like, obviously, and their argument is you only care because it doesn't affect you, but like that's not true.
But it doesn't affect anybody else either.
It doesn't affect you either. That's what I'm saying. We're in the same social economic climate in the exact same state. Like, what's different? I don't know. It's
what was it? I saw a picture of somebody. Oh, they were upset because something was happening at a school somewhere else or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, did you know that you would never even know that this happened if you would just scroll by it and never see that again?
Exactly.
It would never affect your life at all. You would just continue living.
100% true. It's wild.
See, ignorance is bliss.
It
and
is.
I am unraveling in it.
There's one thing I didn't mean to get into this, but it made me laugh because I'm thinking about the fact that like they people just spinning the narrative. One narrative that got spun recently that popped up and went absolutely crazy viral was, at the local strip club, a woman gave birth to a baby. Did you guys hear about that?
What?
At that local hip hugger,
This hasn't been touched yet?
We haven't talked about it on the podcast. We were out.
Shit.
We were out during that, so we haven't talked about it at all. So while we were out, Brian wrote an entire thing about a stripper giving birth at the hip hugger that went insane. Like 13, 14 million people. He's like rubbing on the doll.
Nervous, yeah.
Courtney, and he's rubbing the doll. But anyway, speaking of strippers, you have a question? Hold on, she has a question. You have a question? What do you need to talk about? Oh yeah, it wasn't you. She did that. Okay, put your hand down,
bitch.
She was sick howling. She was doing the what I like to call the Elon Musk reading. that took over the internet. But no, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was this actually happened. Brian went viral with this post about a woman giving birth at the strip hugger on stage, and then somebody sent in a package to the hip hugger. I don't know if I wanted to bust their grit. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, but this was actually, they put out the Theo Hugger Thompson was the fake name. Brian, how does it feel to write a joke that somebody writes the name of a fake baby and sends like an entire care package for it?
It made me feel so good, and I can only hope that package got into the arms of an actual baby that needed it. And I'm sure it did.
Oh, I'm sure everybody there needed it.
But all jokes aside, those girls they're great women.
They work their ass off.
Oh yeah,
literally.
I absolutely respect the shit out of that. I used to work in a bar. It was the absolute worst fucking job I've ever had.
Getting hit on and shit.
The owner of the bar used to also own a strip club. So after we'd close the bar, we'd go over to the strip club and just play around with the strippers after hours.
Yeah.
So we would play on the pool and stuff. That shit is hard.
It is. It's not easy.
It's not an easy. It's like a workout. That's why when you go to the strip clubs around here, nobody's like dancing on the pole because that shit fucking sucks.
How often do you go to strip clubs?
I don't go anymore.
Cortney and I used to go hang out at strip clubs.
Yeah.
Just chill at the club.
We just go and hang out.
It was like going to a bar, but we get to watch naked boobs.
Yeah.
So
it was like a dinner and a movie.
Yeah.
Or we drinking a movie.
Dinner theater.
Dinner theater.
That's what we used to say. We used to make it's like dinner theater.
Yeah, like we could easily just go to a bar, but why when we can go hang out with?
Yeah.
We're just talking to each other and these girls are dancing. Like,
and usually the music's better. Usually the music's better too.
It was just more fun than going to sit at a bar with a bunch of country guys. And we would just sit there and make fun of the old guys getting lap dances.
Yeah, we would every time. And then we'd try to find the prettiest one and like try to monopolize all of our time just because we weren't
trying to get her.
We would usually find the most attractive one and she would just sit down and hang out with us.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you've never been to a strip club till you've been to a strip club with a girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like going with a girl to a strip club is more fun than going with your fellas because usually the girls don't want to go near a pack of fucking horny dudes. But
a girl though.
But if you're there with just a girl, they're like, "Are you guys together?" Like, no, we're just friends. And they're like, "Oh, cool, it's even better." Because then they're like, "Oh, cool, you guys are just cool people. You're not trying to like."
We're not being weird. We're not there to be creepy.
We'd send a drink to her at the bar and say, "Hey, we really like your vibe." Just kidding. No,
I promise we're not swinger.
We're not swinging. That's the problem. That's the other problem.
We had to make sure that they knew.
Divas.
We would find the girls that were like, we went to school with.
Yeah. We're like, hey, what's up?
That happened. Yeah, Divas was the wild, wild west of.
Yeah, I only went in there like once or twice.
Divas was where the Tees used to be, right?
Yeah.
Because Divas was the one that was owned by.
No, the
Divas is over on
the body shop.
Street.
It was the body shop, and then Tees. My uncle owned the body shop, and then
who was your uncle?
Uncle Bobby, Bobby Googe.
Bobby Googe.
Throw him out there. Yeah, he's still alive.
I mean,
But-
you can
Okay,
look it up.
because the guy that owned Miller's was Bobby Basil.
Bobby Basil.
Yeah.
Jordan has a joke. Name all the strip clubs because I forget.
Oh yeah. It's like, well, the joke is, I'm 37. I'm gonna be 40 soon. And when I was growing up, we had like a shit ton of strip clubs, and now we only have the Hugger. And everybody knows, like, we had a bunch of strip clubs. Now we only have the Hugger. But we used to have, Divas / VIP. We had Tees, the Body Shop. We had Big Daddies, we had Little Daddies, and then we had Big Daddies 2, Too Big, Too Daddyless.
Yeah.
That was the joke. The Too Big, Too Daddy. But yeah, and then the other part of that joke is like, it's tough that, that they're getting rid of all the strip clubs because I don't want to join the Shriners because I can't wear that hat. I don't want to wear that fucking hat.
I like your joke about how you hope the strippers don't fix themselves because you'll miss seeing them naked, or you don't want them to give up on what they do.
Is that me?
Was that him?
You or was that somebody else?
Might have been Michael Howe. I don't know.
I don't know.
It might not have been me. I have to remember.
Brian has a funny joke about his most recent strip club situation when he posted it.
Yeah, I might have said
That's
my money.
That's one of your.
That's
his closer, but
one of my good ones.
No, I did that bit about. That's the only thing that I've done is that strip club. Maybe it's Dan. Dan has a strip
It's
club.
probably Dan. It was
Dan
probably
has
somebody
a strip club
else.
bit.
Dan has a big strip club. That might have been
It's
him.
one of his closers too. You guys both have great strip club closers. It's funny because that was one of the first. That joke, the Too Big, Too Daddyless joke, is one of the first jokes that Dan ever told me he liked of mine.
Aww.
I mean, I don't even do that. I don't even do that joke anymore.
No, it's just you kind of went through it.
I did it once or twice. I did it a few times, and it's one that I want to work on because the real crux of that joke is obviously to make it local. But like, obviously, the big thing for me is like, I've been to like strip clubs in Europe, in Washington State, and in Indiana, and Kokomo, and they're so different. Everyone is different, and it's like the currency. That was the main thing I wanted to talk about, was the fact that like, they don't have dollar bills in Europe. You have to use coins. So
Actual
when you get there,
coins.
they give you have coins. You have to turn your coins in. They give you fake dollar bills. And then in Washington State, it's fully nude strip clubs, but you're like 2 feet from the stage. You're not allowed to touch them. You can't touch the women. So you can't tuck a buck. So you get in there, you give them dollars, they give you poker chips. I'm like, it's the exact opposite thing. I haven't been able to find a way to make it work. But my favorite joke part of that is like, when you get the poker chips now, what you're trying to do is you're trying to like land it on her vagina the whole time. You're just
Trying to get, yeah.
She's like shaking her ass in the ear, and you're like you're just like, Kobe. Like that's the joke. It's so stupid. But like, I want to work on, that's one of my bits that I definitely want to work on. It's definitely a tough one because that's the hardest thing about doing bits, because you might have a hilarious story or a good comparison, and you might not be able to find a way to make it work. Like, do you have a bit that you've ever written that you're like, fuck, I wish I could make this work, but I never can? Like, I probably haven't even heard it and you probably never done it.
Yeah, I had a joke that when I was like first starting out, I used to think it was so funny, and I would tell them people and be so proud of it. And it was what was it? I eat so much fish. The doctor said that my nickname should be Freddie Mercury, and it was like, it had something to do. And he said Freddie Mercury, and I was like, I wasn't sure if that was because of the fish or the full blown AIDS. Either way, I'm going to be biting the dust. I used to think I was so funny, and it's like I can never find a way to format that and funny stuff.
That's really what it is. It's like you might have like a good joke that like kind of connects two things together that it's like it doesn't work. I don't know. It's funny because doing comedy, it does make you think. I have this clip from a show. I'm not sure if I should show it or if this will get us in trouble, but like, you guys tell me what you think. I'll put it up here and you guys can hear it. Tell me what you guys think. So this is from a show called Crashing that Brian and I both like.
It's a good show.
Shit, did it cut off? Mm-hmm. Fuck me. Never mind. But
So you hear about Board of Vision?
so yeah.
No? Is everything okay? Is something happened to him?
This is the most comedy thing ever.
Where got HBO? When he comes as his new TV showcase, pretty much
Everybody's like,
to be the next generation.
So here's a little backstory. Let me explain. So they walk into the club. They're like, "Did you hear what happened to Porter? He's one of the comics." And they're like, "It sounds like somebody died." And he's like, "Oh no!" And it's like, he got HBO. Everybody's sad about it. Like, they're like, "What the fuck?" And there's this huge thing back and forth where they're all arguing. Okay, so this was the part I wanted you to do. This is the part that makes me laugh. Is like,
He can't even follow me. How does he expect to follow the way he comments? He said, "No, I'm sorry, but he's not. He's not."
and then he comes in. Everybody's like, "Whoa, buddy, congratulations!" It's the most.
that's exactly how it is.
I watched that video is the most like that's when I knew that show was going to be like so like influential on what I do with writing, because like that's the most comedy thing ever. Like people will literally be like, "Man, he fucking sucks," and then he gets something. You're like,
Hey, what's up,
hey, what's up, bro? It's a good job. It's the most comedy thing ever. No, like Sean and I went. I for the first time ever. Like I know you probably have you ever done mic outside of Kokomo? Like you've done mic.
I've done
right?
indie mic.
Yeah, you've done indie mic. So this is the first time ever. Sean and I went to Indy. We did Liberty Street, which is this one's pictures from, and then we did Fountain Square. And I'm telling you, dude, it was really fun. Fountain Square had a ton of people in it, like, but it was mostly comics, but it was like a ton of extra people. Liberty was like all comics, which was a very tough room. But like at the same time, you got to go up there and do your thing. Like it's a cool thing to like have both those. And Fountain Square is run by a guy named Kyle Bates, I think is his name. And then the host that night was a guy named Bowden Bird, who does stuff. He's kind of a newer comic. And then Liberty Street is Cole Peterson, who we all know, who just had a birthday. So happy birthday, Cole Peterson. That's
Happy birthday, Cole. You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
You're a good boy.
And I was watching him. So Cole went on Max Haddad's podcast, the All Moments podcast. One of the most hilarious things you'll ever watch, because it's just the most confrontational podcast I've ever seen. Because like, it's like he comes in and Cole and Max the entire time are like, just like, Max is like, Cole will say something and Max will be like, yeah, but like, what about this? And he'll be like, oh, I don't know. And then they'll just go, anytime Cole tries to say something, he starts to get on him. It's so funny. Because if you know Max podcast, it's all basically by himself. He basically just does it by himself. So when he has a guest on, it's like he doesn't know how to just chill. And it's so funny, dude. I love it so much. If you guys have a chance to go watch that, go check out the newest episode of the All Moments podcast with Max. It's like, if you just look up Max Haddad on YouTube, it'll pop up, and click on the one with Cole Peterson. Very, very funny episode. But Cole's somebody I want to get on the podcast, like officially. Max as well, too. Would be great. But one of the things I put out was like, anybody want to come on the podcast? And we've had a ton of comics hit up. Did you see like some indie comics who have you worked with Darren Finesilver?
Yeah, I know Darren.
I know he does the page with all the mics on it.
Yep.
So he even has ours on there, which is cool, like the Indie Laughs, which is kind of cool. Mm-hmm. And then Kevin Eggleston is somebody who we talked about, who I did a show with an indie, and I know you know him and stuff. And it's like we've had a few comics hit us up about doing it. One of the ones that hit us up was Joanne Frazier.
Oh, nice.
Who went to the mic for the first time. You got to see Joanne, right? How'd you feel about Joanne? She's very interesting.
Which one was she?
She wore like the bomber jacket. Kind of Asian. She talked about being Asian a little bit.
She was there with Brandon.
Yeah. Brandon did a whole bunch of weird Asian jokes, and then he was like, "Here's my Asian friend." I could say this.
Brandon's funny.
Yeah, I like Brandon. We've been getting some really cool, interesting comics.
Oh, she was the one I was like hanging out with afterwards.
Probably.
She was funny. I liked her.
Night. Yeah, I wasn't there that night.
You came there.
I always come there. I like there.
You come.
No, I came and did my 5-minute set and went back to work. That was the night I came and then went back to work.
She was really cool. I liked her.
Yeah. I talked to her a little individually because I was like, "Have you how long have you been doing comedy?" Because she said she's kind of new. I think it was only her second time doing comedy.
It's her second time ever.
Yeah, and it was pretty good for a second time. It's really good.
Yeah.
Like, very, very interesting. We got a lot going on, man. I'm just not gonna lie.
I miss Brandon. Gay Brandon.
Stetler?
Yeah. I couldn't remember his last name.
How dare you? Well, I have a really good news for you. If you miss Brandon, you can actually see him this Saturday in Gas City.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's crazy. Brandon Stetler is going to be with us, be with myself, Brian Allen West. Cortni Richardson will be there helping out. Alexa Eden, Von Juan will be our feature, and our headliner is going to be Julie Heckman. I'm very excited to do Gas City again. That's a wonderful room, right? I mean, you had a fun time, right, Brian?
I had a blast. I had a good set. You had a great set.
It was so
Sean
fun.
killed. The last show went fucking amazing. Like I've listened back to that show, and it's like everybody did great. Everybody did exactly what they were supposed to do, and it made that show really good. And the Gas City fans and stuff, everybody they loved it after.
The crowd was
a lot
crazy.
of praise. Yeah, the
crowd was really, really fun, rambunctious. We had last time our headliner was Dan Alton, who's very, very funny. I'm excited to see how they do with Von Juan and Julie Heckman, because they're very different types of comedians than like a Dan Alton, but also very, very funny in their own right.
Yeah,
I'm excited because this is a very interesting show. With myself and Brian are going to be returning. Obviously, we've spent some time working. I actually think my stuff now is better than it was when I was there the last time.
It is, for sure.
And I'm like, and then Alexa's going to be the first time she does a show with us outside of Harvest Fest. So that'll be fun. And Muncie, of course, because that's her stomping ground. And then Brandon, this is our First official show with Brandon Stetler.
I'm so excited.
Who's going to be doing a lot with
Brandon's been killing. Yeah.
Fucking love that guy. He's such a sweetheart.
I like that we're having Vaughn for his first show too.
Yeah. It's going to be the first show. So we've got, this show would be interesting because you got Brian and I from Kokomo, Alexa from Muncie, Brandon's technically from Lafayette, and Vaughn wants technically from Gary, but they both live in Lafayette. And then Julie's out of Fort Wayne. So you're getting kind of a taste of all of Kokomo. Or not Kokomo. You're getting a taste of all of Indiana.
All of Indiana.
It's like comics from all over Indiana. And that's a Gas City Brewing Company. If you want tickets, you can click on that QR code there or go to the Gas City Brewing Co. page on Facebook. They have an Eventbrite. You can get your tickets right now. They're only $15. The good news is
some available.
Yeah, there are some available still. It's on Saturday, February 22nd. The doors open at 7. The show starts at 8. And if you get there and you're like, oh man, this is a brewery, they don't have food. The good news is they have food right next door at Main Street Grazing.
I thought they were going to have a food truck.
Yeah, well, Main Street Grazing is next door.
Okay.
They're just going to do with them, I think. They had a food truck the last time. And I think Main Street Grazing might have a food truck version, but it's basically the same thing. But they're partnering with their next door neighbors.
Good.
Do you remember the last time we were there, they were talking about, we're going to have like this food place open next door we want to work with. And I guess.
Oh, they're open now.
Now they're open.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fruition.
They also have these wine slushies.
Oh, those are so good.
They're really good.
Dude, I think the last time I had it was they had an apple cider one. Obviously, they won't have it this time, so I'm a little sad that I'm not going to have the apple cider one.
For you.
But I think the first time we went there, they didn't even have the apples when we first met there. To like schedule the shows that we're doing now there, they had a different version of a wine slushy. I think it was just like a red wine slushy. And it was good too.
They had like the can of drinks too.
Yeah.
Those are cool.
Got a lot of beers. I'm not a big beer guy.
I like them beer.
You like them? You like IPA?
No, he likes Modelo and.
I like Modelo and stuff. But I like the craft when we're there. I'll always.
Brian's a Corona guy.
Brian's
where you're going.
Stereotypical Mexican drinker.
He either drinks Corona,
or
Modelo, or
with the lime.
Or the third thing he drinks, of course, is because he's gay and it's Bud Light.
My boy Shane, baby.
My boy Shane.
I do like it.
Nah, but anyway, get your tickets. $15 on the Eventbrite. Go to the Cooper's. I keep wanting to say Cooper's Pub. Go to the Gas City Brewing Company page. They actually, if you click on this QR code right there, I'll pull it up for you guys. If you click on that QR code, screenshot this right now. You can go get your tickets there. They're $15. It's gonna be a fun time, man. We're gonna have it's a great crowd. There's great people, and the comics are gonna be fantastic. And I'm not just saying that because I'm on the show. Hey-o.
It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be a fun time. Yeah, I'm excited. There's so much going on. In Kokomo, there's so much going on with what we're doing with our shows. We've got a show lined up for March. That's something we haven't released it yet. We're not going to release it, but we do have a show coming up in March that we're going to be doing at Cooper's Pub. So if you, for some horrible reason, you can't make Gas City, which you should make that show because it's going to be really good, we will have another show in March at Cooper's Pub, and then we got some pretty big plans for this year. So keep checking us out, checking out what we do. Other than that, man, you guys have anything you want to say before we head out?
The allegations are not true.
The allegations are not true. Yeah, they are not. No,
they're not true.
But it's just we went. We've went months without doing a podcast, and so much shit's happened. It's nice to be able to get on here and do a little bit of a recapping. It was
recapping. We talked a little bit about like Valentine's Day and some weird shit going on. I do, before I head out, I do want to address one elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about the sexy doll we have. Jordan Bell has taken a sabbatical from the Kokomo Press, just letting everybody know. I know a lot of people have asked us, I haven't seen Jordan lately. He's on second shift. That's one of the reasons. But also, he's like, I have so much going on right now. I'm just going to take a little break. So
Trump got him.
Actually, we canceled our DEI program once Trump became president. Cortni only stayed because she's white. I'm just kidding. No, Jordan Bell, we love that guy. We wish everything the best.
Absolutely.
But he's definitely on a sabbatical. He's got a lot of things going on, and he's basically
sometimes we need a break.
Yeah, he's just been overwhelmed with life right now, which a lot of us are. But he being on second shift, he can't really make it out to the mics in any way. It's kind of tough anyway, so it's the perfect time for him to take a little break. And he could be back sometime in the future. But as of right now, we are down to a triumvirate of myself, Brian Allen West, and Courtney Richardson. So we're kind of doing this on our own. We no longer have a black man's perspective, which is tough for us because we don't know. I've had to.
We don't know what we're allowed to say and what
now we're very confused.
Gotta
now.
watch it. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'll still run it by him whether he likes it or not. I'll still message him and tell him, hey man, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? No, I'm just kidding. We're adding in Von Juan. I'm just kidding. Von Juan's gone.
Yeah, he's
Yeah. But the great thing about what we do is that, this is all like for fun. Like, you know what I mean? That we do a lot of work, but one thing that we have had is a lot of great comics that have been working with us in the past year since we started doing our mic. Here's a pic from last week's
mic. We should have
mic.
made some like really cheesy.
I will
exactly the exact song.
Yeah, but we've had some great comics. We've got a lot of great people going on. But yeah, Jordan Bell is not dead. That's the thing. He's not dead. We're not going to act like he's dead because he's definitely out there. He's doing his thing. Here's actually another show we had too. This was a fun one as well. These pictures only happen because Von Juan is awesome. And at the end of the show, he's like, everybody get to take a picture.
He's so sweet, dude.
But this was a really fun show as well. But yeah, 1 year of the Kokomo Press podcast, Kokomo Press open mic at Cooper's Pub. We've been doing the shows there for 1 year, and it's been very, very fun. I've enjoyed it. It gives somewhere for you guys to come hang out with us every week. So make sure you come check out the open mic. Come out to Gas City. Keep an eye out for our showcases. This has been the Kokomo Press podcast. I'm Jordan Grainger.
I'm Brian Weiss.
I'm Cortni Richardson.
And I'm the sex doll. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Bye. Thank you for watching the Kokomo Press Podcast. We really appreciate you hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share, and tell all your friends about it, because when people know about us, we get to continue to bring new, great, exciting things to you. And if you really want to support us, you can actually go on to Facebook and you can become an official subscriber. It's only $4.99 a month, and you get a lot of access to us. You get to tell us good jokes, tell us all the things you want to, and you're going to get access to new videos, merch, all kinds of things. And if you just want to support us in another way, maybe wear a shirt, wear a hat, something like that, check out kokomopress.shop. It's a brand new store we have set up. It's got all our merchandise needs. It's going to have limited run t-shirts, limited run hats. Go check it out right now. Thank you so much for hanging out with the Kokomo Press on the Kokomo Press Podcast. See you soon. 2 kisses.